Tonight, we leave the modern world behind for the quiet, candle-lit chambers of a medieval life. You are back in time, safe and comfortable, merely an observer of a world long past. Welcome back, weary traveler, to the realm of sleep. The day's journey is done, the sun has dipped below the battlements, and a gentle hush falls over the land. Settle yourself now, deep into your straw-filled mattress. Feel the familiar softness yielding beneath you, a welcome embrace after a long day. Find that perfect position, the one that whispers of ease and surrender. Now, let us draw in the breath of slumber. Breathe in deeply, filling your lungs with the cool, still air of night. Hold it for a moment, a silent pause, and then exhale slowly, letting go of every worry, every ache. Again, a deep, slow inhale. Hold. And a long, soft exhale, releasing the tension from your shoulders, your jaw, your weary limbs. Feel the profound heaviness of your body sinking into the mattress, each muscle loosening, surrendering to rest. Listen. Hear the gentle whisper of the wind rustling through the castle courtyard. Perhaps the distant hoot of an owl, a sentinel of the night. Let these sounds wash over you, a lullaby woven from the quiet magic of this age. They are the guardians of your peace, the guardians of your dreams. Allow them to carry you, deeper and deeper, into the velvet embrace of sleep. You push open the heavy oak door of the oak and acorn, and a gust of cold, wet air follows you inside. The iron hinge groans a low, familiar song. You let the thick slab of wood fall shut behind you, and the world outside, the silver dawn, the creeping river mist, the lonely call of a waking crow is muffled into silence. The cold is still on you. You feel it in the cloak draped over your shoulders, the wool grown heavy with the damp. A fine bead of mist clings to the woven fibers, and you feel the chill seep through to the linen of your kirtle beneath. You shrug the weight from your shoulders, and the movement is slow, like stirring through deep water. The tavern is not yet awake. The long trestle tables are empty, their surfaces dark and scarred from last night's ale and laughter. The floor under your boots is packed earth, firm and cool. You take a step, and the sound is a soft, solid crunch of dried rushes and herbs thyme and lavender, crushed underfoot for months, releasing a ghost of summer as you move. You are Marie, and this is the first quiet. You cross to the great hearth, where the night's fire has burned down to a bed of deep, pulsating embers. The heat reaches out to you in a gentle wave. It touches your face first, a dry kiss against skin chilled by the mist. You hold your hands out, palms open, and feel the warmth seep into your bones, a slow, melting sensation. The embers glow, a heart of orange and deep red, breathing slowly under a blanket of pale ash. The smell here is ancient. It is the perfume of wood smoke, soaked into the very thatch above you. It is the scent of last night's roasted mutton, a faint, greasy memory in the air. It is the damp stone of the hearth, and the dry, dusty scent of the rushes. You breathe it in. It is the smell of the village itself, of Riverbend, held within these four walls. You move to the bench by the small prep table, your place. The wood is smooth and dark from years of use. Your fingertips trace a groove in the grain as you sit. The touch is familiar, a known path. From the woven basket at your feet, you lift the linen cloth, revealing the risen dough beneath. The smell changes. Now it is the ripe, yeasty fragrance of the living bread, a smell that promises warmth and fullness. You begin to work. There is no thought, only sensation. Your hands sink into the dough. The touch is a soft, yielding pressure, cool at first, then warming from your own skin. You fold it, turn it, press the heel of your hand into its belly. The sound is a quiet, rhythmic thump. Thump, thump, against the floured wood. It is a sound that matches the slow beat of your own heart. Outside, the rain begins. You hear it first as a distant sigh, then as a steady, gentle patter on the thick thatch of the roof. It is a sound of countless tiny feet, of softness. It falls, steady and slow, falling and falling. The world grays beyond the thick, greenish glass of the window, but inside, the embers glow brighter against the deepening gloom. Your fingers are dusted with flour. You feel the fine powder on your skin, a dry, chalky film. You bring a hand close to your face and smell the clean, simple scent of the grain, of the millstone, of your husband Thomas's work. It is a good smell. A straight smell. The dough becomes smooth under your hands, a living, elastic globe. You set it aside to rest, covering it with the linen cloth again. The cloth is rough, a homespun weave from your own loom. You feel every thread. You rise and take the iron poker from its hook. It is cold in your grip, a stark, solid weight. You stir the embers, and a fountain of tiny sparks swirls upward into the chimney's dark throat. A fresh, sweet piece of oak log is added from the basket. You hear the crisp clunk as it settles. For a moment, there is only the hiss of damp bark meeting heat. Then a new flame, shy and gold, licks upward. It curls around the wood, embracing it. The sound changes now, to a soft, contented crackle. You return to your bench. The rain continues its endless whisper on the thatch. The fire murmurs its low, warm story. From the dough beneath the cloth, you imagine you can hear the faint, almost silent sigh of it growing, expanding in the dark. You look at your hands in the firelight. They are strong hands. They know the weight of wool, the tension of the loom, the softness of dough, the coolness of a water jug at dawn. They are anchors. They are here in this quiet, smoky, safe room where the only task is to feel the warmth, to hear the rain, to smell the bread, to be Maurice Stone, and to wait for the day to gently wake. You find yourself in the cozy warmth of the Stone family's home, a humble abode nestled in the heart of Riverbend Village. The air is thick with the comforting aroma of warm bread, yeast, and soft smoke from the hearth. You are Marie, the weaver, and this is your sanctuary. You feel the scratchy wool of your apron against your skin, a familiar sensation that grounds you. The cold stones beneath your feet are a stark contrast to the warmth radiating from the hearth, where embers glow like tiny, dancing stars. You can hear the rhythmic rain on the thatched roof, a steady and soothing drumbeat that lulls you into a state of tranquility. You reach out, your fingers brushing against the rough texture of the loom. The threads are cool to the touch, a stark contrast to the warmth of the bread baking in the hearth. You can smell the pine sap from the wood, a fresh, earthy scent that mingles with the smoke and the yeasty aroma of the bread. The fire crackles softly, the sound a comforting white noise that fills the room. You can hear the distant hoot of an owl, a soft, mournful sound that blends seamlessly with the rain. The wind whispers through the cracks in the walls, a soft, soothing murmur that adds to the symphony of sounds. You feel the weight of the heavy blanket draped over your shoulders, a comforting pressure that grounds you. You can hear the soft rustle of the fabric as you move, a gentle whisper that adds to the sensory overload. The bread in the hearth is golden brown, the crust crisp and inviting. You can smell the warmth of the bread, the yeasty aroma filling the room. You can hear the soft sizzle as the bread cooks, a gentle, soothing sound that blends with the crackling of the fire. You feel the warmth of the bread against your hands as you take it out of the hearth. The crust is crisp, the inside soft and warm. You can taste the yeast, the warmth of the bread, the soft smoke from the hearth. You can hear the soft crunch as you bite into the bread, a gentle, satisfying sound. The rain continues to fall, steady and slow, falling and falling. The fire continues to crackle, the embers glowing like tiny stars. Glowing and glowing. The wind continues to whisper, a soft, soothing murmur. Murmuring and murmuring. You feel the warmth of the bread in your stomach, a comforting heat that spreads through your body. You can hear the soft rustle of the blanket as you move, a gentle whisper that adds to the symphony of sounds. The loom waits patiently, the threads cool and inviting. You can hear the soft click of the shuttle as you weave, a gentle, rhythmic sound that blends with the rain and the fire. The threads glide through your fingers, a soft, soothing sensation that adds to the sensory overload. The bread is gone, but the warmth remains. The fire continues to crackle, the embers glowing like tiny stars. Glowing and glowing. The rain continues to fall, steady and slow. Falling and falling. You feel the warmth of the blanket, the scratchy wool against your skin. You can hear the soft rustle of the fabric as you move, a gentle whisper that adds to the symphony of sounds. The loom waits patiently, the threads cool and inviting. The night passes slowly, the rain falling, the fire crackling, the wind whispering. You are safe, warm and content. The world outside may be cold and dark, but here, in this humble abode, you are surrounded by warmth, comfort, and the soft, soothing sounds of the night. The rain falls, steady and slow. Falling and falling. The fire crackles, the embers glowing like tiny stars. Glowing and glowing. The wind whispers, a soft, soothing murmur. Murmuring and murmuring. You lie in the quiet dark. The air is cool against your cheek, a gentle coolness that seeps into your skin. Outside, the rain falls. You hear it, a soft, steady drumming on the thatch above. Drum, drum, drum. It's a sound that has always brought you peace, a lullaby woven from water and straw. You pull the heavy wool blanket tighter, feeling its familiar scratch against your chin, a comforting roughness. Your eyes begin to adjust to the dimness. Faint light filters through the cracks in the wooden shutters. It's the softest gray, a promise of morning. You can almost taste the damp earth outside, the rich, loamy scent carried on the still air. It mingles with the fainter, lingering smell of wood smoke from last night's fire, a ghost of warmth. You shift, the straw mattress rustling beneath you. It's a familiar sound, the whisper of dried stalks settling. You close your eyes again, but the faint light still paints patterns behind your eyelids. You imagine the sunlight, when it finally breaks through the clouds, hitting the timbers of your home. Golden shafts, thick with dancing dust motes, piercing the dim interior. You can almost feel the warmth of those beams on your skin, even now. You think of the main room downstairs. The heavy oak beams that support the roof, dark and scarred with age. You can picture them now, bathed in that morning light. And the long table, worn smooth by generations of hands, by meals shared, by stories told. You can smell the faint, sweet scent of pine sap from the wood, a scent that always reminds you of the forest, of its quiet strength. The rain continues its gentle rhythm. Tap, tap, tap. It's a constant presence, a soft heartbeat for the village of River Bend. You hear the distant hoot of an owl, a lonely sound that fades quickly into the soft murmur of the falling water. There are no sharp sounds, no sudden noises to disturb the peace. Only the steady, predictable music of the weather. You feel the cool stone of the wall against your back as you turn slightly. It's a solid, unyielding presence, grounding you. It's the same stone that forms the foundation of your home, the same stone that has stood against countless seasons. You run your fingers over the rough weave of the blanket, feeling each individual thread, its slight imperfection a testament to its making. Marie, the weaver. You are the weaver. You breathe in, and the air carries the faint, dry scent of old books from the small shelf by the hearth. Books read by firelight, their pages brittle with time. You can almost feel the texture of those pages, the slight roughness under your fingertips. Even the air in your home holds a history, a quiet accumulation of lives lived. You imagine the embers in the hearth downstairs, still glowing faintly, radiating a subtle warmth that seeps through the floorboards. Not a roaring fire, but a gentle, lingering heat, a promise of comfort. You can almost feel that warmth on your bare feet if you were to step out of bed. A soft, comforting heat. You stretch your legs, the muscles uncoiling with a slow, languid grace. The sheets are cool and smooth against your skin, a contrast to the rough wool of the blanket. You feel the weight of the blankets, a comforting pressure that holds you in place, secure and still. The sunlight, will eventually break through. It will paint stripes across the floor, illuminating the worn flagstones. It will catch the swirling dust, turning each particle into a tiny, ephemeral star. It will highlight the grain of the wood, the knots and whorls telling their silent stories. You can almost see it, a silent, visual symphony playing out in the quiet morning. You listen to the rain. It's a sound that washes away the worries of the world, a steady, insistent reminder of the present moment. Drip, drop, drip. Each drop a small punctuation mark in the long, peaceful sentence of the morning. You feel the coolness of the air, the soft give of the mattress, the gentle weight of the blankets. All sensations are calm. All sensations are safe. You are in your home, in River Bend. The sounds are familiar. The smells are comforting. The light, when it comes, will be gentle. It will dance with the dust, a silent ballet performed on the stage of your home. You feel a deep sense of stillness, a quietude that settles into your bones. The world outside can wait. For now, there is only this quiet room, this soft rain, this gentle light. You are safe. You are at peace. You are Marie Stone. You are in the corner of the oak and acorn, and the world has softened to a murmur around you. Your back rests against the rough-hewn wall, the wood grain pressing its story into the wool of your tunic. The scratchy weave is a familiar anchor against your skin. Your hands are wrapped around a tankard, not to drink deeply, but to feel the solid, cool weight of it. The warmth from the small fire seeps across the packed earth floor, reaching your toes in your leather boots, a faint, tingling promise of heat against the deep, damp cold that clings to the stones at your back. The smell is a blanket you know by heart. It is the sweet, gray scent of wood smoke curling from the central hearth. It is the earthy, profound smell of wet wool drying on 100 bodies. It is the faint, yeasty ghost of spilled ale soaked into the tables, and the rich, comforting aroma of the day's pottage, still clinging to the iron kettle by the fire. You breathe in, and it is the smell of shelter. Sound is not a single thing, but a layered tapestry. Beneath everything is the rain. It falls on the thatched roof with a sound like a constant, gentle sigh. A steady, hushed percussion. Patter, patter, pause, patter. It finds its way down the walls, a droplet landing with a soft plink in the bucket by the door. The rhythm is slow, and your breathing begins to match it. Closer, there is the soft, low crackle of the logs on the fire. A pocket of sap hisses, a tiny, spirited sound that fades into ember glow. From the other end of the long trestle table comes the sound of your husband, Thomas. His voice is a deep, warm rumble, like stones turning in the mill race. He speaks slowly to Old Man Hob, their words too low to distinguish, just a comfortable drone of conversation. A quiet, raspy chuckle shakes from Thomas's chest, a sound you feel in your own. You let your gaze drift. Your son, Lucas, is by the fire, sharpening a stick with his small knife. The sound is a soft, rhythmic shush. A shush. Shush of blade on wood, each stroke deliberate and slow. Your daughter, Isabel, leans against his side, her head nodding, her breathing deep and even. The firelight paints their faces in gold and shadow, making them look both timeless and terribly young. A bench creaks as someone shifts their weight. A tankard is set down on the oak tabletop with a soft, definitive clink. Not a slam, but a settling. A moment later, from the far corner near the barrels, comes another clink, and a low, murmured toast you cannot hear. The sound is rounded, wooden, and friendly. A clink. Pause. A clink. You feel the weight of your own body, heavy and grateful against the solid wall. The wool of your skirts is thick around your legs, a gentle pressure. You feel the slow, steady pulse of your own heart in your chest, a quiet drum beneath the wool and linen. Your fingers are loose around the tankard. You are not Marie the weaver, with tomorrow's loom strings to tie. You are not Marie the mother, listening for a cough in the night. You are just a warm body in a warm pocket of the world, listening. The voices weave together Thomas's rumble, the innkeeper's wife humming by the hearth, two farmers discussing the turnip yield in sleepy, drawn-out vowels. They are not words to understand, but sounds to float upon. Gentle voices. Quiet laughter, bubbling up like a spring, and then fading back into the stream of sound. The soft clink of tankards, like a distant bell marking a peaceful hour. The heat from the fire is a visible haze, making the lamplight swim. It touches your face like a drowsy kiss. The cold at your back is no longer an enemy, but a balance, a reminder of the comfort you are held in. You are in a cave of light and sound, carved out of the damp, endless night. Your eyelids grow heavy. The shush-shush of Lucas's knife, the patter-paws of the rain, the clink of the tankard, the deep rumble of a laugh. They are not separate things anymore. They become a single, soothing rhythm. A lullaby woven from the ordinary. The scratch of the wool, the smell of the smoke, the taste of the safe, dark air. You listen. You breathe. You sink into the gentle noise of being, here, together, and dry. The sounds fold over you, one after the other, wave upon wave of quietness, until you are adrift upon them, until you are part of the murmur, part of the soft, clinking, rain-soaked peace of the night. In the heart of River Bend, you are Marie Stone, the weaver, nestled in the cozy corner of the tavern, the laughing griffin. The fire before you crackles softly, the flames dancing like tiny, warm creatures. You feel the heat on your face, the cold stone wall at your back, a stark contrast that sends a shiver down your spine. The scratchy wool of your dress reminds you of the long day spent at the loom, but now you are here, safe and warm. The rain taps gently on the thatched roof above, a steady rhythm that lulls your senses. The sound is like a soft drumbeat, accompanying the crackling of the logs in the hearth. You can hear the distant hoot of an owl, its call echoing through the night, a familiar lullaby. The smoke from the fire rises slowly, curling and twisting like a lazy dancer, carrying with it the scent of wood smoke and pine sap. You wrap the heavy blanket tighter around your shoulders, feeling its weight, its warmth. The cold stones beneath your feet are numb, but you don't mind. The warmth of the fire is enough, seeping into your bones, relaxing your muscles. You can smell the damp earth outside, the fresh scent of rain mixing with the smell of roasted bread from the kitchen. The tavern is quiet now, the boisterous patrons long gone. The only sounds are the ones you love, the fire, the rain, the distant owl. You can smell the old books in the corner, their musty scent a comfort, a reminder of simpler times. The scent of wood smoke is strong, filling your nostrils, a familiar and comforting smell. You feel the warmth of the fire on your hands as you hold them out, feeling the heat, the life. The embers glow like tiny stars, their light flickering on the walls, casting dancing shadows. You can hear the logs shift and settle, the crackling and popping like a symphony of sound. The rain falls, steady and slow, falling and falling. The sound is like a lullaby, a soft, rhythmic song. You feel your eyelids growing heavy, your body relaxing. The warmth of the fire, the sound of the rain, the smell of the wood smoke, it all combines to create a sense of peace, of safety. You lean back against the cold stone wall, feeling its roughness against your back. The blanket is heavy, warm. You can hear the fire crackling, the rain tapping. The scent of wood smoke fills your nose. The owl hoots in the distance. You feel your breath slowing, your body relaxing. The warmth of the fire, the sound of the rain, the smell of the wood smoke, it all combines to create a sense of peace, of safety. The fire burns low, the embers glowing like tiny stars. The rain continues to fall, steady and slow. The owl hoots in the distance. You feel your eyelids growing heavier, your body relaxing more. The warmth of the fire, the sound of the rain, the smell of the wood smoke, it all combines to create a sense of peace, of safety. You are here, in the tavern by the fire. The rain taps on the thatch. The smoke rises slowly. You are safe. You are warm. You are at peace. The fire crackles softly. The rain falls steadily. The owl hoots distantly. You feel your breath slowing, your body relaxing. The warmth of the fire, the sound of the rain, the smell of the wood smoke, it all combines to create a sense of peace, of safety. You are here, in the tavern by the fire. The rain taps on the thatch. The smoke rises slowly. You are safe. You are warm. You are at peace. The fire crackles softly. The rain falls steadily. The owl hoots distantly. You feel your breath slowing, your body relaxing. The warmth of the fire, the sound of the rain, the smell of the wood smoke, it all combines to create a sense of peace, of safety. You are here, in the tavern by the fire. The rain taps on the thatch. The smoke rises slowly. You are safe. You are warm. You are at peace. The fire crackles softly. The rain falls steadily. The owl hoots distantly. You feel your breath slowing, your body relaxing. The warmth of the fire, the sound of the rain, the smell of the wood smoke, it all combines to create a sense of peace, of safety. You are here, in the tavern by the fire. The rain taps on the thatch. The smoke rises slowly. You are safe. You are warm. You are at peace. The fire crackles softly. The rain falls steadily. The owl hoots distantly. You feel your breath slowing, your body relaxing. The warmth of the fire, the sound of the rain, the smell of the wood smoke, it all combines to create a sense of peace, of safety. The chill seeps through the rough-spun wool of your nightdress, a familiar cold that settles deep into your bones. You pull the heavy woolen blankets tighter, their scratchy texture a comforting weight against your skin. The stones of your small room feel cool beneath your bare feet as you pad across the floor, the damp earth, sent from outside, clinging to everything. Outside, the rain continues its steady rhythm, a soft drumming against the thatched roof above. It's a sound you've known your entire life, a lullaby of river bend. Falling and falling, the rain washes the world clean, carrying the scent of pine sap and wet earth into the air. You can almost feel the cool mist on your face, even from within the relative warmth of your room. You settle back onto your straw-filled mattress, the dried grasses rustling softly beneath you. The embers in the small hearth glow a deep, pulsing orange, casting dancing shadows on the rough-hewn walls. They are the last vestiges of the day's warmth, a promise of returning heat. You watch their slow, steady fade, the tiny crackles and pops a gentle counterpoint to the rain's persistent patter. Each spark that leaps upward is a fleeting star, a tiny firework against the inky blackness of the room. A faint scent of wood smoke, sweet and earthy, drifts from the dying embers. It mingles with the lingering aroma of roasted bread from supper, a comforting, familiar blend that speaks of home and hearth. You inhale deeply, letting the scents fill your lungs, grounding you in the present moment. There are no sharp smells here, no acrid tang of fear or desperation. Just the honest, gentle perfumes of a life lived simply. From somewhere in the village, faint and ethereal, you hear the soft, melancholic notes of a lute. It's a familiar melody, one that often drifts through the night air when the moon is hidden and the world is hushed. The strings are plucked with a gentle hand, each note hanging in the air for a moment before dissolving into the night. It's a sound that speaks of quiet contemplation, of stories told and dreams spun. You imagine the musician, fingers moving gracefully over the strings, their own breath a soft sigh in the cool air. The music is distant, a whisper on the wind, and it adds another layer to the symphony of the night. You shift, the straw rustling again. The wool blankets are a heavy, comforting embrace, pressing down on you, easing the tension from your shoulders. You can feel the smooth, cool surface of the wooden beam above your head, a silent guardian in the darkness. Your fingers trace the rough grain of the blanket's weave, the strands catching on your skin. It's a simple touch, a reminder of the tangible world around you. The air in the room is cool and still, carrying the faintest hint of dampness from the rain outside. It's a clean, fresh air, tinged with the scent of the forest that surrounds Riverbend. You can almost taste the crispness of it on your tongue. It's an air that promises rest, an air that whispers of renewal with the coming dawn. You close your eyes, and the visual world fades. Now, only the sounds and sensations remain. The rhythmic drumming of the rain, steady and slow, falling and falling. The gentle crackle of the embers, a soft sigh from the hearth. The distant, haunting song of the lute, a thread of melody woven into the fabric of the night. The cool, smooth stones beneath your feet, the scratchy, comforting weight of the blankets. The earthy scent of wood smoke and damp earth. These are the sounds and sensations of your world, the quiet assurances that all is well. There is no urgency here, no pressing demand. Just the slow, gentle passage of time. The world outside is a muted hum, a gentle presence. The village of Riverbend sleeps, and you sleep with it. You feel your breathing deepen, becoming slower, more even. The weight of the blankets seems to press you down, into the soft embrace of the mattress. The cool air on your skin is a soothing balm. The distant lute song drifts further away, becoming a mere echo in the vastness of the night. The embers glow, ever fainter, their light a mere memory against the encroaching darkness. You are safe. You are warm. You are held by the quiet rhythm of the night. The rain falls, steady and slow, falling and falling. The embers fade, a soft, dying breath. The lute song recedes, a gentle farewell. You feel your consciousness softening, blurring at the edges. The world outside, with its worries and its demands, recedes with each passing moment. You are a part of the quiet, a part of the stillness, a part of the gentle, breathing night. The cool air on your face, the rough wool against your skin, the soft rustle of straw beneath you. These are your anchors, pulling you down, down, into the deep, peaceful ocean of sleep. The last thing you feel is the comforting weight of the blankets. The last thing you hear is the rain, steady and slow, falling and falling. And then you drift,